Welcome to another episode of our 3K series, Kapihan, Kabataan, Kwentuhan series. Of course, dito naman natin, no, let us get inspired by our special guest for tonight. Napakaganda ng kanyang status for today. Napakaganda. Actually, personally, napakaganda niya. And then, narinig ko rin yung mga interviews niya. Sobrang na-inspire, nakaka-inspire talaga. No? So guys, please like and share this Facebook Live, of course, at your Boracay Guide. And of course, if you're watching via community channel of PCTv Boracay and ACTv Aklan, just stand by. See you in 5 minutes. All right, this is Coach RM, the 10K Cards Philippines brand ambassador. See you in 5 minutes. Hi guys, this is Coach RM, 10,000 Cards Philippines brand ambassador. Father Bong will be guesting with us at 3K series, Kapihan, Karunungan, Kwentuhan series. Of course, with the topic about ako, pamilya ko, tahanan, patungo saan.
Allow me to journey with you, just to drop by with you this coming September. Allow me to join you in thanking God in celebration of our Inang Maria's birthday this September 8. And with that, sa dami-dami nangyayari, pag-usapan po natin yung ako, pamilya ko, saan nga ba patungo? Sa dami-daming ng yugto, chapters ng buhay natin. Sometimes magpahinga rin tayo. Drop by. At sana nga, magkita-kita tayo. Ha? Kita tayo sa Diyos.
$10K Cards is the first ever digital business card introduced here in the Philippines, launched here in Boracay. Brought to you by Coach RM, the 10K Cards Philippines brand ambassador. Get all your combined links in one place: your website, all of your social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and even your WhatsApp, Viber, Zoom, contact numbers, email, portfolio, registration forms, health declaration forms, food menu, Google reviews and location, and even multiple ways for clients to pay, like GCash, PayMaya, PayPal, anything that is powered by links. the easiest and modern way to connect with your families, clients, guests, customers, and business partners. Innovate your career and business. Join the digital revolution. Throw away your traditional business card and get started with your own 10K card today. By clicking the tab in My Digital Business Card, get your own now.
Wow, good evening, everyone. Of course, I am so excited to have our special guest for tonight. No? Medyo maganda to na pag-usapan because we focus on kabataan. No? Ano ba yung effect ng kabataan sa atin? No? Ano ba yung effect ng kabataan? Ano na ba yung role ng kabataan, no? Sa ating ekonomiya, no? Ano na sa ating bansa, no? Ako'y naniniwala, no, sabi nga ni Gato si Rizal, no, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Wow. Ako talaga naniniwala talaga ako na yung kabataan ay ang pag-asa ng bayan, no? So that's why tonight we're blessed to have our special guest for tonight. Wow. I'm so grateful and privileged having my special guest for tonight. No, 3K series, Kapihan, Kabataan, Kwentuhan series. So hindi ko na papatagalin ito. I would like to introduce our special guest for tonight. Every week, we will be sharing about topics about vocations, advocacies, careers, finances, survival, sustainability, skills, and expertise with different speakers. No, ngayon, iba na naman yung speaker natin. Pag-uusapan natin yung kabataan. Ano ba yung power ng isang bata sa mundo, sa ating, especially here, no, sa Malay. No? So let's chill and tune in. It's Coffee O'Clock with our 3K series special guest, Miss Shealtiel Kyze Cahilig. And I am proud to present, no, her top 3 achievements. Of course, she is the representative of Malay Aklan in Aliwan Fiesta Digital Queen 2021. Of course, she is a youth leader and a volunteer. No? Ito yung kagandahan sa mga kabataan. Hindi lang puro activity ang nangyayari sa kanila. Especially kay Miss Case, no? She is consistent honor student. All right, so guys, let's chill and tune in. Let us welcome Miss Shealtiel Kyze Cahilig. Wow! Hello, Miss Shealtiel. Good evening.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in and thank you so much for watching.
Yan, I'm so actually, what do you want me to call you? Kyze or Shealtiel?
You can call me Shal na lang po. I think it's
Oh,
way more
Shal.
easier.
Yeah, no, mas maganda, no? Teka lang na
Yes
nangyari
po.
sa screen ko. Parang nawawala yung damit ko. Wait lang. Anyway, I'm so excited having you in my program, no? Miss Shealtiel, alam mo ba na this program is being inspired it's being inspired, no? To inspire other people, no? To inspire the youth, to inspire the people in Boracay and of course in Malay, no? We are live right now at your Boracay Guy, that's my page, and of course, with the support, no, in partnership with PCTv Boracay and ACTv Aklan community channel. So we are being seen right now sa whole Aklan, especially here in Boracay Island, no? As alam mo, I'm so proud, no, na kung makita mo ginawan pa kita another teaser just to present to the people. And I'm so proud having you in my show. So, are you excited?
I'm actually really, really grateful because you have given me the chance to be able to influence people and to inspire them through this kind of conversation.
Pero tandaan mo, Michelle, no? Ang mangyayari ngayong gabi is I have prepared a question just only for you. As in, kasi I really want to show to the people na you are different, no? You are unique and you can influence people. And I'm going to prove to them na hindi ito beauty na beauty. Beauty and knowledge. So, beauty and brain. Wow. Doon ako excited, no? Beauty and brain. So, sa lahat po na nanonood, Jan, magandang gabi. I hope po samahan nyo kami throughout po ng interview because very exciting po ito, no? Ang gagawin ko ng mga questions. Hindi po ito common questions na nakikita nyo na araw-araw kine-question ko. Iba po, no? Iba po yung set ko sa kay Miss Shealtiel. So, kay Miss Shal. Wow, Miss Shal. Oh, ganda. Medyo natutunan ko na kung paano i-pronounce yung yung pangalan mo. All right. So, would you allow me to hit my first question?
Oh, yes po. Sure po.
Are you excited? All right. Okay. Miss Shealtiel, can you
Yes
please...
po. Go ahead. I'm so excited to hear that.
All right. So can you please share with us a little bit of your background story? Like, how's your relationship with your parents, with your siblings? Who encouraged you to join the pageantry? And of course, what are the struggles you have encountered as a beauty queen? Well, beauty queen, especially in Aliwan festival or as a youth. Yeah, that's my first question. Take the mic.
So, ang daming question, no? So, first, let us go with my family and my background as in my family. So po, kami po, I just came from a simple family. We are in a middle class family. We don't have too much, but then I can say that we have enough. And actually, I'm the eldest. And we're all girls in the household. And you know what? Someone that I'm really super close with is my father because I really share a lot of things to each other. Like we used to go to the mountains, go to the ocean, go sailing, and do a lot of activities together. And it is our sort of bonding. When it comes naman po with my mother, a simple coffee every morning will do, and we just share to each other something that we could really relate on. When it comes to my sister naman, so, like a normal siblings, we fight din naman. I hindi talaga siya nagpupuntan. But then, at the end of the day, we have each other, and we got each other's back. Like right now, like I join a lot of activities and I pursue my passion. I'm so grateful because they were there for me to really help me. And when it comes to my parents, they are not strict, but they are strict, I mean, but not too strict. Like they allow me to go out, they allow me to have fun with my friends and to pursue my passion, especially when it comes to pageantry, my sports, and being in pursuit of being a lawyer. They are always very supportive, but they always want me to have a limitation. And that is why I'm so grateful to be in this kind of family, and I really feel so blessed.
Wow. Napakaganda, no? Napakaganda ng sagot mo. Pero isa 'yun sa mga isa 'yun sa mga gusto ko siguro balikan doon sa sagot mo is sabi mo nga no, paano mo ma-differentiate na mas close ka kay father mo, sa tatay mo kaysa sa nanay mo? No, ako Michelle, no, naintindihan ko na sa pag-siblings, mga kapatid, talagang may away-away 'yon kasi nga minsan sinong paborito or sino na pagbigyan, alam mo 'yan. Pero kasi ito kasi mga basic problema ng mga kabataan, they do not identify kung sino ba talagang love nila, yung mama nila, yung tatay nila, or paano nangyayari na mas close ang isang tatay kaysa sa nanay, no? So Michelle, bakit mas close ka? Paano mo nasabi na mas close ka kay tatay mo? Sorry sa tatay mo na kung nanonood man ngayon Hindi ko kayo paawayan, but that's a reality, no? Michelle, bakit?
Kasi actually, I love all of them. At first, I would like to say that I love my mother, my father, I love my siblings. But then I'm so close with my father, maybe because we really share a lot of characteristics, same characteristic. Like I'm the type of person who is really extrovert, who really love to go out, to be with people, and to just do random things and have that kind of challenge. And my father is like that as well. I'm such an outdoor person. He is also such an outdoor enthusiast. So we really bond together and we are always together. He brings me wherever he goes. Like kung pupunta siya sa bundok, like for example, he will go to the ocean or sailing, even construction. Yes, I do construction with him. Like we really share a lot of bonding kasi together. Yeah, I'm such a papa's girl.
Napakaganda. Kasi bakit ko natanong yan? Kasi normally kasi, minsan, naisip ng mga parents, bakit gano'n, hindi ako close sa anak ko? So ano ba yung pagkukulang ko? Naibigay ko naman lahat. Diba? Pero alam mo, Michelle, ang kasi doon minsan is yung time na in-spend mo together. Pero I really appreciate nung nasagot mo kanina na yun, coffee in the morning. Kasi sa coffee, doon din 'di ba? Ito ang project na ito is more on coffee. That's why may kapihan kabataan. Because alam ko na sa coffee ay doon lumalabas minsan yung mga sama ng loob, yung mga plans, no, doon din nababanding, no? Napakaganda. I'm so grateful having that hearing your answer. When and how did you realize your advocacies? Or what inspired you to speak and act for the environment conservation, mental awareness, and youth empowerment? Tatlo yun na na-mention ko. No? Environmental conversion, mental awareness, and youth empowerment. What inspired you to speak and act about it?
Yes po, I advocate for those three. So let me start with my environmental advocacy, because like what I told you earlier po, I'm a mountaineer. I'm also a swimmer. So I really spend a lot of time with nature, and when I'm with nature, I really feel like I'm alive, and I really feel that I'm connected with it. That is why when I get to experience and to get to see its beauty, its fragility, and its degradation, I realize that this is something that I really must protect, so that the future generation will get to see that its beauty. And that is why I told myself and made it my life mission to do something to our environment, to do something for humanity, and to do something for our country. And when it comes naman po in my advocacy, being what you call this, mental health awareness. And my mental health awareness, I advocate for this because I've been there. I experienced mental health issues before, especially because of this pandemic and in my online classes. And it was really hard. And I really feel like I was alone and I don't have anyone with me. And I don't want other people, especially the youth, to feel that certain way. That is why I really advocate for mental health awareness, so that they will know that I am with them, that they can talk to me wherever they want to. And I also would like to share to my friends and to my relatives and to my, people that I just know, to constantly check on them and to constantly check to the people they also know, so that nobody will suffer being alone. And okay, lastly,
Lastly,
youth empowerment. Yes. Dami ka kasing advocacy. So, yung youth empowerment naman po, well, I just want to empower youth to dream big. Kasi most of the time, we can see that youth right now dream big, which is great, yes. Which is great that they dream to be a doctor, to be a president, to be a lawyer, and all those big dreams. But I also encourage them to dream big, to dream why they wanted to be a lawyer, why they wanted to be a doctor, why they wanted to be a leader, and to know deeper why they wanted to do certain things. And it is should always be for the people and in order to help people. Like for example, you wanted to be a lawyer because you wanted to fight for equality, for justice, and to protect those people who are in disadvantaged area. Well, you want to be a doctor so that you can cure the poor, or you wanted to be a president so that you can help the nation and to to fight for corruption. The youth need to have a deep dream. We need the youth to not we need to give youth not just a wings to fly, but a roots to grow.
oh, napakaganda na not to have a wings to fly, but
A roots to grow.
wow, napakaganda. Parang ano lang yan eh, parang do not teach them, give them a fish, no? Ano ito? Teach them how to fish, not na hindi na kapag pag binigyan mo sila ng ng isda daw, you have to teach them how to fish, no?
Yes
Naalala ko
po.
dati, balik tayo dun sa environmental. Naalala ko dati, may isang kong kaibigan, no? I don't know kung nanonood siya ngayon. Kinikwento niya lagi to. No, lagi siyang hiningi ng tulong, no? Pahingi nga ako ng ng buko, yung buko na lahing, alam mo 'yon, yung lahing na buko. Tapos sabi lang kasi gawin daw nilang gata. Gata, 'di ba? So ngayon,
Po.
ang nangyari ay parang lagi na lang naobserbahan niya, lagi na lang ito nanghihingi. Now, alam mo ang ginawa niya as a form of teaching them how to, binigyan niya ngayon ng lahing na meron ng may tubo na. Sabi niya, ito, itanim mo para balang araw hindi ka na manghihingi. I think that's
Yes.
what you're doing. No? May isa akong tanong. Sabi mo nga kanina, mountaineer ka. No? Kumbaga pa, nag-aakyat ka sa bundok. Ano ang mai-share mo na you're proud to share to the public na ginagawa mo to conserve the environment in the mountain?
So actually, as a youth, we may feel, or as an individual, we may feel like we are not doing enough most of the time. But then I can say that as a youth or as an individual, you can do something big by just small steps. Like for
Right?
example, being a volunteer, like kasi that is where I started it. Being a volunteer to organizations like Aklan Trackers, where we do coastal cleanups, mountain cleanups, and also tree planting. So those small action can create a big impact. And by that, or by those small action, you get to influence your family to do the same. Your family get to influence your community then, and your community can influence a whole country. So imagine like how a small step can create really big impact, not just in yourself or in your family, but in the whole country.
Totoo 'yon, no? I'm so glad having that. Sabi nga nila ba, 'di ba, if you're a mountaineer, there's a one basic rule. Ano nga sabi nila? Ang one basic rule ng
No
sa mountaineer?
trail.
Yeah,
No trace. I mean, no
ulit,
trace.
ulit, ulit.
With no trace.
Yes. Kasi, 'di ba, kapag umakyat ka daw, pagbaba mo, may mga anong bit-bit mo ng mga plastic, dapat pagbaba mo, yun din yung bit-bit mo. And
Yeah.
then, hindi ka magpuputol ng mga diyan, hindi ka mangunguha. Just enjoy the nature, just be with the nature. Pangalawa, ang gusto ko lang i-highlight, no, what are your projects when it comes to mental awareness?
Actually po, honestly, I don't have much project as of now. But then what I do is I use my platform, whether on Facebook, on Instagram, or on Twitter, to share positivity and to share the words of God, and also to share that, to let people know that in this kind of journey, in that kind of darkness, I am with them and I'm really willing to be with them. So they can just talk to me anytime about certain things, and I'm really willing to listen, because I believe that that is what a youth needs right now when it comes to mental health. It's somebody that they could talk with, and somebody who will listen to them.
Yes, you're right. Because that's the right answer, because you use your social media platform to influence them. No? Because some of the people, they use their social media platform in a negative way. No? They post negative, they post yung mga kung ano lang yung what they feel, what they do, ano yung mga hatreds nila, they post it to online. They do not know that, you know, they influence other people too. No, if they show negative, people becomes negative.
Yes.
But I really salute on your on your advocacy, na you really encourage them, you inspire them, and you are using the social media in a right way, no, in a right direction. Napakaganda. How do you empower youth? Maliban doon sa sabi mo nga kanina, no, siguro isa sa mga empowering mo is sharing your advocacy, you encourage how you share your advocacy by encouraging them through social media. However, ano pa yung how do you empower them, or how do you empower youth?
Well, maybe I get to empower them by uh I encourage them to take part in community. I encourage them to join organizations, because by that, kasi if you have a first-hand experience in being a volunteer and doing something for the community, you will get to realize the weight of your action. So that is why I really encourage people to really do the same. And that is one way for me to empower the youth, because it is very important for the youth to take part in community, whether in social, cultural, or educational, or political aspect, so that we get to learn, grow, and also to be an active citizen.
Wow. Napakaganda. No? That's the best way to get them involved in every activity that we think it is for the people. It is for the common good. Kaya sabi nga nila kasi ito yung problema kasi ngayon ng mga kabataan. Sometimes, they don't show respect to the elder, no? Pero, I don't know kung narinig mo yung isang kanta na, sabi, hindi ako kakanta kasi wala akong talent, pero ito lang sabi ng kanta. Ito lang sabi ng kanta. Sabi niya, tatanda ka rin balang araw. No? Ibig sabihin, kung anong tingin mo sa mga matatanda, you will be like them. No? Pangalawa, do your part as a youth, especially in in the environment, in the mental health. Kasi, kumbaga paano balang araw is meron ka Alzheimer, makakalimutin ka na. Paano pa ma-explain or paano pa maikwento sa mga apo mo yung mga naranasan mo? 'Di ba? So, magandang part 'yan ng advocacy mo, no? What do you think makes you strong as of these days? What do you think? You got it. Okay. Proceed, sorry.
Okay. What makes me strong these days is just, I feel like being yourself alone makes you strong, and being yourself alone, being your authentic self, gives you power. Because that is your identity, and that really gives you power. Knowing that no one can take that away from you, knowing that you know yourself better than anyone else. Like what other people might say against you, you will just neglect them, and you will just, know that you know yourself better than anyone else. Because as in this time of days where in social media a lot of people can tell you like, don't be like this, don't be like that, or be someone like this, be someone like that, when if you know yourself better, if you know yourself what you want, what you wanted to pursue, and what's your calling and your passion, you will never get wrong. Kaya I believe that that is really such a huge power to have.
Tama 'yon. Kasi sabi nga nila, no, in order for you to have to be motivated, you should know your goal first.
Yes.
But in order for you to achieve that goal, you should know yourself. Because without knowing yourself, how can you say na kaya mo lahat, no? Kaya mo lahat lagpasan yan, no? Di ba?
Yes
So,
po.
it is really better to have a dream in life. It is really better to to have a way, no, on how action plan, no, for your dream, no? But sabi nga
Yeah.
nila, bago ka magkaroon ng action plan, you should know your goal, you should know your dream.
Yes. You
Tama.
should know your
You know
passion.
what? You know what, Shal? Not all the youth, no, nowadays are really participating or engaging in politics. Sorry
Oh, yes.
kasi nga, going through lang tayo doon eh. Not all the youth are really participating or engaging in politics. But how important it is to make your voice heard
Yeah.
as a youth.
Well, I'm a political science student and I am political science and public administration student. So I would like to share how important it is to really voice out in our society, especially when it comes to political aspects, especially knowing that 2022 election is coming, and by voicing out your political views about certain things or certain someone, other people will learn. Other people will be more aware as well who to vote, who deserving to sit in that certain position, and who is more competent leader. So actually, yes, it is very important for us to register to vote for the next election, but it is also very important for us to take part in political conversation so that we will be more aware who really is deserving, because your vote is very powerful. So we must use that wisely, really.
Yeah, siguro magiging ano tayo. We have planned this coming election. We have planned, of course, to take part, like questioning especially kung ano yung talaga yung plataforma ng mga
Uh,
politicians, no, not to side, no, kung sino man yung mga politicians, no. Maybe we can see you there, someday, especially as a voice of the youth. Sabi mo kanina, you're
hopefully,
using your platform to influence people, no, in the right way. So let us take part, especially because it dictates our future, no?
yes.
Um, kasi ganito ang nangyari kasi, no? It is really important to listen to the elders and more experienced people. But how can you get the world look beyond your years? Or do you believe that those people should also listen to you, and why? Kasi Miss Universe ka? Kasi representative ka? Why?
Okay. So, yes, actually, first I would like to highlight that we youth, we should really listen to our elders to our elders and to those people who are more experienced than us, because they are more experienced, and that alone is enough reason for us to listen. Kasi, at the end of the day, like for example with your mother or with my mother, at the end of the day, if I don't listen to her, and if things go wrong, I can't do anything about it and just go back to her and will tell her, okay, mom, you're right. So that happens most of the time. So that is also why it is important for us to really listen to our elders. And actually, also wanted to highlight that it is also important that our elders or people who are more experienced will listen to us, because we are in this new generation, you know, and it doesn't mean that we are young, they get to silence our voice when it comes to certain aspect. It is very important to for each other, for all of us to listen to one another so that we get to understand each other way more better. Because for example, in a certain conversation with your parents or for those people who are older with you, like if they are there to just listen for them to have answer, the conversation wouldn't go well. But if they are there not just to for them to have answer but also to understand you, the conversation will really go uh more effective, will be more effective.
Shal, any related experience that your parents prove you wrong? Na may sinabi sila sa'yo, Shal, this is what you should do. And then, what you did is, no, I'm right. So I don't want to follow you. So any, or not really with your parents, or any, with the elders that you have. But it is better if you can share any related experience sa parents mo na na nasabi mo at the end of the day, Mom, Dad, you are right. Meron ba?
Okay, well,
Na-catch ka ba?
I really don't remember much kasi right now, and since I'm a bit more mature, I get to listen to them most of the time then. So I get to understand them where they are coming from, why they don't allow me to do a certain things. Kaya I always follow them naman. Mabait akong bata. As of now, maybe when I
Okay.
was young,
As of now.
young,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, maybe
Okay.
younger, meron akong mga hindi sinusunod, but then I can't remember what or when, kaya I don't know. I'm sorry. I think I can't share because I really can't remember when. I feel like sobrang naging mabait ko na talaga uh these days na hindi ko maalala kung kailan ko sila hindi sinunod.
Yun. Actually, that's a great example to have to follow your parents, no? Because as we know, sabi nga nila may kasabihan tayo na papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na sila. So we should really
Yeah.
respect whatever decision that they have, in our life. So you're really lucky having still your parents guiding you because ang daming tao diyan na around the world na or dito lang sa Pilipinas na wala na silang parents, hindi kompleto yung parents nila, and then they are misguided. So let us be
Yeah.
thankful to the Lord na our parents are still complete. Ako, I'm really thankful na I still have my parents, no? Ang sabi nga ng parents ko dati na, kasi medyo, dati, medyo anong tawag nito? Pasaway, no? Ibig sabihin, mahilig talaga ako hindi mag-follow kasi feeling ko I'm so perfect. Feeling ko tama ako, no? But to just listen to your parents, no? Just listen to the elders, may matutunan ka, no? Na hindi na
Yes.
yung tao na meron kasing bata na sinabihan mo, mabilis magpabalang yung sagot, no? So natutunan ko na before ganun ako, maili ako sumagot kasi hindi yan pagrespeto pala sa parents. Pero na-realize ko nung huli na kailangan palang makinig sa parents mo. Kailangan pala makinig sa mga elders, no? Because they know what they're doing. They know
Yes.
why they're telling you that, right? Do you agree?
Yes po. I really, yeah.
Do you think, Shal, that it is important or still important nowadays to have a family bonding or even just have a dinner all together with your
Yes
family?
po. Yes, actually in our family, it is really our tradition na every time we eat dinner and we must be complete, you know. And before we eat dinner, kailangan talaga may prayer. Kaya parang naging
Oh,
tradition na namin yun since then. And it is very important kasi in a table, you get to have a conversation with your family, with your parents, and you get to share, for example, with my siblings, we get to share our experiences, especially before when there isn't lockdown pa and we get to go to school physically. Marami kaming nasi-share na mga experience and we get to learn from our parents as well kasi nasi-share din nila in the table their experience when they were child or when they were younger. And such a healthy conversation with a family. And those simple ways keeps your family or our family together. So that is how important it is to be practiced. Not just for dinner, but even in a small coffee or coffee together, it is very important to really have that kind of conversation, small conversation.
tama yun. Do you agree na when talking, when having dinner, or when having coffee with your parents or mga kapatid mo, it is really important not to have a cell phone?
Yeah, my father really don't allow that na to use cell phone while eating. Wala, pinagbabawalan niya talaga kami.
So how do you react to that? Because you are youth, you're living now in generation, no, in a new generation. And how do you react as a youth?
Actually, sometimes talaga nagagalit ako honestly because I have an online lecture to na kailangan panoorin. And but then my father don't allow cell phones in the table. So dig-explain pa ako na paano yan pa? Kailangan ko mapanood kasi papasa na deadline na to later, something like that. Pero yon exemption lang yon and minsan lang yung dapat mangyari. Gusto niya talaga na in the table, wala talagang cellphone and it is very important kasi to him na mag-usap when we are in the table or while eating and for us to have conversation.
That is true because it affects the relationship. How is your relationship grow? If you're talking to the syntax, if you're talking to the person that is not with you, right?
Yeah.
Isa sa mga sample ko dati dyan is this. For example, nadisgrasya ka, no? Nadisgrasya ka or nadapa ka, for instance, nahulog ka sa hagdanan. And then, hindi ka mabait doon sa paligid mo. Anong sasabihin ng kausap mo? Sige, tumayo ka diyan. Ganito ka. Who will bring you to the hospital if you really need it? Who will comfort you? Of course, the person that is with you right now. So that's why you value the moment, no? Value the presence, no? Kasi sabi nga ni Father Bong the last time na hindi natin alam kung ano mangyayari sa atin ngayon. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang mangyayari sa buhay natin at this time after this conversation. No, but that's
there is constant change.
Yes. So you have to spend quality time with your family, with your friends, no, with someone we love, 'di ba? Of course, before you can be able to empower someone, you yourself must believe in your own strength. No, this is more on clarification, no, or getting focus on the things that you shared before we start. But who gives you strength? Who gives you strength?
Actually, someone that really gives me strength despite of everything, especially whenever I feel like I was giving up, I always go back to him, to God. And I always remember his words. Yes, because I feel like he is my strength. No matter what I get through in life or in whatever life throws to me and whatever challenges I go, knowing that God is with me and knowing that God is guiding me gives me confidence. And that is my strength.
Napakaganda, no? Kasi alam mo, when I am down and feel demotivated, I always go back to him. I talk to him. I don't know, sometimes I just get an answer silently.
Yeah, yes, it happens. Talaga po.
And then kasi what we need right now is a me time. Why do we need to spend a me time for ourselves? Na tayo lang. Because we wanted to really reflect who we are right now. No? What we can do, kung may mga kasalanan man tayo, what fault we have done, anything. So we have to reflect, no, in order to know more ourselves. So I will always talk and go back with him. Talk with him, even if no answer, but silently, I got answers. No? Alam mo, Shal, ang kagandahan dito, the platform that I have right now, it started just like, sabi ko, kasi nga nawalan ako ng trabaho during that time, no? April 1, I'm technically no job. Until now, I'm still jobless, no? However, sabi ko, how can I still help people? Kasi nagpa-feeding din ako, feeding program, no? Kasi sabi ko, I really love to see people smiling when they receive a food, no? Yung kahit ano dyan na present mo sa kanila, gift mo sa kanila, napakasaya lang.
Alam mo yun? Feeling, yes.
Yeah, you feel me because you're doing that too, no?
Yes.
So, ang nangyari sa akin, nawalan ako ng trabaho. Sabi ko, how can I still help people? Sabi ko, sige nga, magkaroon nga ako ng program sa page ko. Mag-i-interview ako ng mga managers, mga professionals, mga leaders, mga youth na may say sa public, no? And then you know what? Until now, ilang buwan ko na. No? I think 3 buwan ko na ginagawa to, no? And ang kagandahan dito is Miss Ophel, the general manager of PCTv, offered me partnership. So, kagandahan pa, mas napapalawak natin ang pagpapanood ng mga tao, ang pag-i-inspire ng tao, no? Kasi alam mo naman,
Yes
'di ba?
po.
Lahat ba na youth may load? Wala. Lahat ba dito sa area ng Boracay or Aklan may signal? Maganda yung data? Hindi. So it's really good also to show it on the community channel, no? And then I'm so
Yes
lucky
po.
lang na meron tayo, and I'm so blessed na ikaw through Jonah, no, Amor, the manager of Amor, no, siya po yung nag-connect sa akin, sa iyo, no. Thank you, Miss Jonah, no, sa
Yeah,
share
Miss
po si
Jonah.
Shealtiel sa dito, no. But however, I'm going to proceed to my next question. Okay lang ba?
Yes
What is
po,
your
sure
motto
po.
in life?
I feel like I really don't have a motto in life. I just, as long as I know where I stand, as long as I know that I have value, as long as I know that I have honor and dignity, I stand with it. I feel like I really don't need a motto in life.
Ooh, ganun lang talaga yung feeling, no? Ito. Mas maganda to yung next ko na question. How do you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally when you are about to face some challenges like your pageant or school exams or any activities outside? How do you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally?
Actually po, what I do, I really never skip this kind of thing because it feels like when I do this, it gives me an assurance and it gives me, it gives me peace knowing that I have this and I have this kind of activity, and it is always praying. Like I always had my rosary with me. Like as you can see, I always put this
Wow.
beside me, or I've been holding on to this. Kaya before my exam, before my pageant, I just really pray. And I hold my rosary with me, and feeling ko kasi confidence ko talaga siya. Like, hindi ko talaga siya gustong mawala sa akin or mawalay. Kasi knowing that God is with me and His presence, kasi feeling ko talaga, kaya ko lahat. Like, I can overcome anything and I can conquer anything just with Him with me.
Wow. Who is your biggest supporter?
Yes po.
Who is your biggest supporter?
My biggest supporter is, of course, my family. Like, kasi sobrang supportive nila. Like, when I was young, when I told them that, Ma, gusto ko po mag-swimming. And they really supported me when every time I have competition. When I went to pageantry, they were always there. When I went to mountaineering, my mom provided, my father provided me equipment and such. And actually, when I even told them one time that I wanted to do military kasi gusto ko sa yun. Yes, I
Oh,
wanted to be, actually hindi siya natuloy. Feeling ko talaga, papasok talaga ako ng PMA before, but then hindi ako
wow.
nakapag-exam. So sabi ko na lang, sige, plano ko mag-reservist. Pero hindi, wala. Supportive pa rin talaga sila. Like whatever I do in life and and everything that I set my mind into, supportive sila as long as I'm doing the right thing, and they feel like gusto ko talaga siya and it really makes me happy, and they were really supportive even in my volunteer works and my advocacy. Kaya I'm so happy and I feel so blessed with this kind of parent.
Nice. So you really want to become in the service. Actually,
Yes.
you can. No, you can. Just like your service. I'm not recruiting you, but you can of course join Philippine Air Force Reserve. You know, um, oo, kasi kilala natin yung we are.
Oo
Kasi
nga po.
actually, I am a reservist for Philippine Air Force. No, I am the CMO. No, civil military operations officer dito sa isla, no. So, well, someday, pero I'm not recruiting you, ha. Gusto ko lang i-clear yan, baka sabihin na nire-recruit kita. Okay,
Kaya nga
how
po.
important,
Okay.
Sal, how important having a goal to a youth, no? How important having a goal to other or your same or your co-youth?
Okay. So as a youth, it is very important for us to have a goal, to know what sets our soul on fire, and uh what's our passion in life, because that will be your direction on where path you will go, or what walks of life you will take. And siya na talaga yung magiging ano mo, magiging direction, siya na talaga yung magiging compass mo. Kaya we need to have that kind of, we need to have that kind of driven, especially at a young age. Kasi sometimes then I feel sad because when I talk to my fellow youth and ask them na, anong gusto mo? Like, what you will take up on college? Anong gusto mo maging sa future? And I feel
Mm.
sad kasi hindi pa nila alam kung ano yun. Hindi pa nila alam kung ano yung calling nila. Hindi pa nila alam kung saan yung passion nila. But then, as for me, I'm so lucky because at young age, I get to know what I'm passionate about. And actually, I'm very multi-passionate person. So, I really don't run out of choices or options. So, that is why I really encourage my fellow youth to know themselves more so that they will know which path or what they will be more passionate about. To just discover things and or things that you have in front of you, and maybe someday you will find out.
Totoo yan. But the problem sometimes with the youth is they have their own goal in life. They know what they want. However, some of them, the parents do not support. Do you agree? Kasi merong mga tao na
Yes, yun din
gusto
yung nakakasad. And sometimes then yung what's
sige, proceed. No, proceed.
yes, what proceed? Wait, like I feel my internet connection isn't stable. Can you still hear me,
Yeah,
po?
I can hear you. No, I mean, you proceed to your answer. No,
Okay.
you're
Okay.
saying yes.
Okay. So that is why I also feel sad sometimes. Kasi po, uh, don't ever, not everyone have a certain, you know, resources or, for example, certain support when it comes to the things they want. Kaya I feel sad about it. Oh, hipos
Yes.
ka mo? Hipos ka mo?
All right. So, kasi ganito 'yon. Bakit ko natanong kasi na it is really na why is it really important to have a goal to a youth? Of course, sabi nga nila, sila yung pag-asa ng bayan. No? Sabi nga ni Rizal, no? But in your own have you experienced or witnessed actual act of bullying, or how did you stand against it? Common 'yon. Ako dati, so hindi ko na sasabihin, but ako dati ginaganon ako, no? Oo. Do you experience too? Ako kasi I have problem. Sige, sabihin ko na, no. Ako kasi I have problem with my pronunciation, intonation. Klaro naman yun sa akin, no? Pero sabi ko, I'm trying my best to help. So if you can't understand me, ask me again, no? Parang ganun lang yun. However, for me, parang bully na rin yun eh. Na ikaw, do you experience actual and how do you respond on it?
Act-
Yes?
Yes po. Actually po kasi before, when I guess I was grade 11, grade 7 that time. And, you know, I don't have phones talaga before. I don't have any gadgets, parang ganon. And my friends, they have one. And we took a
Oh,
selfie together. And after nun, like, I think my posts that time were really so awkward. Like, nakaganon lang ata ako. And they were, making fun of it talaga. And pinaulit-ulit talaga nila yon. Like, pinagtawanan talaga nila ako kasi they're zooming in the photo. Tapos, you know, I can understand naman kasi nakakatawa naman talaga siya. But then, I really feel bad that time talaga. And I feel sad kasi because of that, I really developed a trauma on taking photos. And it lasted for years na feeling ko talaga na hindi ako maganda and something like that. And feeling ko talaga, as in like, I really feel so down. It really affected me mentally and emotionally. Kaya parang nagkaroon talaga ako ng trauma that time. And I really don't take photos. Like, I don't take selfies. And it really, na ano ko lang talaga siya, na nadala ko talaga siya up until when I was grade 10. Kaya, I just wanted youth right now to be more, I hope that other youth wouldn't experience that certain things. Kasi we should be more kind of our words and be more kind of our action because sometimes we really don't know how it can affect someone, especially mentally. Kaya ayun po. I really feel so sad. Actually, alam ko naman that they didn't mean to really bully me with those photos. I understand and I forgive them for that. Pero, it just hurt me and I feel sad then because I didn't voice it out when I was young or when I was that little Shealtiel. I didn't tell them that, oh, stop it because it hurts me something. I didn't, and I just been silent the whole time, even though it hurts me. And I just hope that younger generation or even my sisters or even the youth wouldn't experience that right now, and to be more confident in themselves.
Kasi it delays your growth, no? It delays everything in you. Kasi parang naano mo yun eh, parang yun ang na-absorb mo in your life. Ay, parang you care about what people think about you. So now, because
Yes.
you care what people think about you, it stops your growth, no? It stops on the things, the good things that you want to do that can help you and other people because of that. That's why I am against that bullying, no, because I've experienced that. But,
I don't know if it's really bullying talaga, pero I feel like it is kasi it lasted talaga for months. And kasi sometimes as youth, we didn't know that we are actually bullying someone by our words, by our action. Kaya I really hope that youth will be more aware as of now on.
yes. Because before, yung nangyari naman sa akin ay yung parang hindi kasi ako so, nakakaya sabihin. Hindi naman talaga ako matalino, alam mo 'yon. So binubully ako ng ibang mga tao na hindi ako matalino, no? Parang wala silang tiwala sa akin. So ngayon, ang hirap pag mawala pala yung self-esteem ng isang bata, mawala pala yung self-esteem ko, no? Hindi ako
Self-esteem talaga yung affected.
Yes, hindi ka makapag-proceed to your plans, to your projects because you care about the other people think about you. You know, but when I started to learn the 90-10, oh sorry, it's an education part. 90-10, it means 90 it's your reaction, no? 90 depends on your reaction, and 10 is the reaction of the other people. So, ikaw pa lang decide for yourself. Nung natutunan ko 'yon, wow, sinabi ko, I can win the world. You know, I can because that's what I think, that's what I believe. Diba? So, doon din. That's why, sinasabi ko, okay lang yon, naging part, sabi nga nila kung saan ka binubuli, minsan yun pa nagiging strength mo. Pero, nadidelay
It's
lang.
true. Like imagine, I was so afraid of taking photos before, but then when I went to grade 10, I became a model. Like I really never imagined that as a youth. Because before talaga binubuli talaga nila ako because of my photo, and I didn't know na I really look good in photos, that I can be photogenic as well. Kasi nga before when I was a child, they really laugh at me or something. So it really becomes your strength. Kaya it's
Totoo.
diba?
I believe on that, yes.
Diba? They were
Yes.
bullying you before, but look at you right now. You are inspiring a lot of people.
Yes. No, basta lang sa akin is, ang hirap kasi i-build ng self-esteem. It's really hard to build your own self-esteem once na kinuha ng iba yon. So in order for you to rebuild, alam mo yon, magkakaroon ka ng counselor, spiritual director, alam mo yon, a coach that just to coach on how you perform again in the right way, on how to yung parang maipalabas ulit yung galing mo. No, kailangan alam mo yun, gumastos ka. Ako ilang taon. You know, ang sinasabi ko lang, ang prayer na lagi ko, ay alam ko kung alam mo yung prayer na to. Ito lang sinasabi ko. Lagi ko tong sinishare dito, pero siguro hindi pa tayo magkakilala, hindi ka pa nakapanood na. Sabi ko kasi, ang nagpabalik talaga ng self-esteem is, ang prayer ko is, pagkatulog ko, paggising ko, ito yung prayer ko. Sinasabi ko yan 10 times. No? I am a special child of God. I am handsome. I can do everything through Christ who strengthens me. Paulit-ulit yan. Paulit-ulit hanggang bumalik yung self-esteem ko. No, sabi nga nila, may mga kulang ka pa, but I've learned to listen. No, I've learned to listen. O sige, improve ko yan. I-improve ko yan. Hindi na ako nag-go against. Di ba?
Constructive criticism. Yes.
Yes. At saka ikaw yun on kung paano mo tanggapin ang sinasabi ng iba, 'di ba? Shal, no, as a young lady, have you already experienced depression or solitude? For sure. As you grow older, you will experience more of that kind of feelings. But for now, how do you fight that kind of negativity? What do you
Okay.
think is the common source of it?
And well, actually, I've been really feel so depressed. Like I feel like it started, yes, by that bullying, and kasi yes, it really gives me low self-esteem. But then feeling ko at that time parang low lang yung level niya. But then when I went to Kalibo to study when I was grade 11, I was really so depressed with my academics. Kaya
Mm,
I really, it that those times were was so hard for me, especially when I went to grade 12 because I was a graduating student at that time. And we are in this new mode of learning, which is an online class because of this pandemic. And yes, it is not physically exhausting, but then I mean, yes, it is not physically exhausting, but then it is mentally draining and it's really burning me out. And I know that a lot of students can relate, especially when it comes to online classes, and it really got toll on my mental health, and I was really so stressed that time. And what made it worse is that I feel like my parents really don't understand what I'm going through when it comes to mental health. Kaya I really feel so alone. And actually, but then I was thankful because of that certain experience, I get to have or to be more mentally strong right now. And I also developed, that is when I became more close with God, because my best friend kasi, she is such you know someone talaga na very close to God.
supportive.
Kaya she
Oh,
really influenced me to be like that. Yes, my best friend Leslie. Kaya it really encouraged me to read the Bible and to pray more, and it really made me feel better whenever time I had a conversation with him, because that time I really don't feel alone because I have someone to talk to. Like she told me na every time na you feel like you are alone, just talk to him because he is always with you, and that is what I always do, and that is also why I would like to really encourage more people na to really open up, that every time you are with someone na it's either be God, it's your whether it be your friends, your family, you have someone with you. And I hope that people will learn to really share and to because it really helps to lessen the pain inside you.
yes, tama 'yan. No, just actually the core point of everything is open up. No, you open yourself, no, to the people you trust, especially number
Yes,
one to God, to your parents, to your best friends. Kasi
yes,
actually, what we need right now is someone to listen, di ba? Hindi naman kailangan natin yung advice nila eh. Kailangan lang natin is may tagapakinig ng ginagawa natin. Tama? No? Aside from that, what do you think is the biggest problem or issues that youth are facing nowadays? And how people around can be of a great help?
okay. Actually, this question was actually asked to me when I
Oh?
was competing for Miss Malay, and actually my answer at that time was actually I think is criticism. But then as
Mm,
I grow older, I learned that actually the problem that the youth is really facing right now, well, there is actually a lot. But then I feel like, for example, like mental health issues, teenage pregnancy, a lot of people are voicing that out, and a lot of people are making actions already. And I feel like something that we don't get to have conversation with, or we didn't get to talk with, is about how we get less opportunity here in the province. Yes, because in knowing here in Aklan, there are a lot of people, or students, or youth who are great craftsmen, who are so talented, who are so skillful, and can really do a great things, but they don't have enough resources, they don't have enough opportunity to show their talent, and they also don't get to be supported. Like for example, in sports, here, for example, here in Malay, we don't have a great training ground. When I was in swimming team, we don't have a swimming pool to go train in. Kaya parang nagiging ano siya, nagiging factor wherein to athletes feel like they weren't supported. Kaya it is very important to really support these young people for them to really grow and for them to enhance their talent, their skills, and to show them to the world. And that is actually my goal, is to let people know and to let people have more opportunity here in the province.
Wow, napakaganda. Sana sana mas lalapad at lalaki pa yung influence mo, no? Because that's a great that's one of the
Yes,
greatest
po.
job that you can do with your people, no? Kasi ako personally ampon lang ako dito sa Boracay, no? Ikaw taga Malay ka talaga, no? And for sure for sure ang dami mong maimpluwensyahan, for sure ang dami mong matutulungan na ng mga tao, especially mga kabataan. Kasi kapag hindi guided yung isang bata, hindi natin alam what will happen to our future. Ang mga kabataan, they will be the next president of the Philippines. They will be the next leaders, the next mayor or vice mayor, konsihal of Malay, no? With that advocacy, with your help, sana mag-guide natin at mas marami pa tayong matutulungan, no? Good luck to that advocacy. And Shal, I'm just here, no? We're gonna help you throughout kung paano natin spread, because now it's a digital world, no? And I only have one last question, and I'm gonna hit it. However, allow me first to have my commercial break for 1 minute. Okay lang? Okay, ito lang,
Yes.
1 minute na. So it's a digital business card because this show is brought to you by 10K Cards Digital Business Card, of course, in partnership with PCTv and ACTv. Now, I'm gonna play my 1 minute commercial here. Bang, bang, bang.
10K Cards is the first ever digital business card introduced here in the Philippines, launched here in Boracay. Brought to you by Coach RM, the 10K Cards Philippines brand ambassador. Get all your combined links in one place: your website, all of your social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and even your WhatsApp, Viber, Zoom, contact numbers, email, portfolio, registration forms, health declaration forms, food menu, Google reviews and location, and even multiple ways for clients to pay, like GCash, PayMaya, PayPal, anything that is powered by links. The easiest and modern way to connect with your families, clients, guests, customers, and business partners. Innovate your career and business. Join the digital revolution. Throw away your traditional business card and get started with your own 10K card today by clicking the tab in My Digital Business Card. Get your own now.
Right. Thank you so much for allowing me play the digital business card. Alright, I'm gonna hit my last question. And sana, this is not our last conversation live. Na, bago ko hit ito, I'm so happy sa mga sagot mo. It's really inspiring. And napatunayan ko na talaga na it is not the beauty that you have, but you have the brain. Wow. So I
Wow,
just want
thank
to
you po.
hit this last question. If you would have $1 million, wow, what would you do it? What would you do with it? Ulitin ko maganda to. If you have $1 million, what would you do with it? Hit the mic.
Wow. So yes, $1 million is really such a huge money. So for myself only. So of course I would really share that to people through my advocacy. Of course I will maybe half of it, or maybe let's say, okay, like 25% of it. First is will go to my environmental advocacy, which is for my tree planting, for my coastal cleanups, and for to just fun for me to have something or to do something for the environment. And then that next thing is to really advocate for my mental health. Yes, of course, I wanted to have a platform, maybe to build, let's say, to invite people to have a platform as well, to invite people to really share their stories and when it comes to mental health, and to learn more when it comes how to cope up. And I would like to share a huge portion as well when it comes to empowering the youth and providing facilities, like for example here in Malay Sports Complex. If I have that kind of money, we really build sports complex so that sports or athletes here in Malay will have a great training ground, will have a great coach, so that we can compete not just regionally, nationally, but internationally. And also for us to, showcase talented people. I want to have this. I really wanted to showcase kasi the talent of Malay nun and Aklanon, and for them to pursue and to support them, to fund them, because a dream is really worth it. A young people's dream or a young children's dream is really worth it to be funded.
Totoo yan. Shal, I am also the chairman of PCO Boracay. Of course, yung ginagawa namin is more on environment. PCO is a pollution control officer. We are
Ah,
protecting the environmental laws of the Philippines, no? So isa ako doon, no? Maybe sometimes you visit us in our we also have the show, no, Kalikasan, and you just share about environment, no? Sometimes that's every minsan i-invite kita, no, if you have time,
yes.
kasi that is every Friday, no, every Friday siya, pero minsan yung Friday wala, no. Basta Kalikasan, no, just share, or sinong gusto mong invite na mga co-youth mo can also share their basta pag-usapan their perspective, basta pag-usapan na natin is all about environment lang, no. And
So,
I think
okay,
this
I
coming
love that. I will love.
yes, I think this coming October 8th, we will have a planting in Malay, no? I think I'm
Oh,
gonna also connect to you when it comes to that. But that is the MFPC, no, na project, no? Sige, pag i-update kita pag may letter na, no? Siguro sasabihin ko na padalan ka ng letter para to formally, kasi yung mo, yung tawag nito, yung pangarap mo is to
yes.
really uh, do good for the environment, no? And okay lang ba na mag-hit ako ng do na answer mo kanina to, no? There is a rephrase question here on the
Yes
comment,
po.
no? Sabi niya, I don't know kung kilala mo siya, no? What is your message to the people who suffer or experience stress, anxiety, and depression on this global pandemic?
Okay, what is your message to people who suffer and experience stress, anxiety, and depression? Well, first is that actually my message is to know that, well, actually I know how hard you're going through, and I know how that this
Yes.
is such a tough time. And that is why I really want you to know that I am with you, that we are with you, and there are a lot of people who are willing to listen to you and to your story and your truth. So you should really never feel like you are alone, and never feel like you are silenced, because a lot of people are with you and willing to know your story. And
Yes.
also know that there are a lot of things that you can do. There are a lot of books where you can read, and it will really make you feel better, because it really makes me feel better. And also, especially talking to him, and because he's always been there, willing to listen. So just a talk to him, a simple talk to him, to God, will really make you feel better. So I hope that you try that. Thank you, po.
Yeah, at saka dagdag ko lang din, siguro you are not alone. No? We are here.
Yes, po.
Your friends are there. Your parents, kung may problema ka man, you're not alone. We all have that. Or, para naman males yung anxiety mo and depression, no, join the environmental project of Michelle.
Yes.
No? And of
Join
course,
activity. Yes, po.
yes, akyat
Kasi
kayo
if
ng
you
bundok.
it made me feel better din eh. Being with nature, because being with nature gives you peace. So it will really also make you feel better. It will really, uh decrease your stress and the things that's going on in your mind, because when you are with nature, you will just appreciate its beauty. It will gives you inner peace, and it will just gives you more happiness and positivity.
Yes, you are right. No, 100 1% right. No, I hope Laika, nasagot po ng special guest natin yung tanong mo. Napakaganda ng tanong mo. You also really care about the people uh, here, no? Especially wag na tayong lumayo pa, no? Dito sa Malay, no? And salamat to that. And also there's also a project ng ating na-share din ni Ms. um, um, Christine ba? Yeah, yung head ng MDRRMO, no? Na meron silang project, you can call them, no? Sana and then also ang Red Cross, there's also project na yung Lifeline, something. Yes, you can also call them. And
Yes.
you guys, sa lahat po ng mga nanonood, in and out, salamat po. Alam ko, nag-in and out kayo because sometimes yung signal natin may problema. And also sa lahat po ng mga nanonood, using the community channel of PCTv and ACTv, thank you po for being with us. I hope satisfy kayo, hindi lang, no? I hope happy kayo sa mga sagot ni Ms. Shealtiel and supportahan niyo po siya, no, sa kanyang advokasya. And 3K series is supporting you, Ms. Shealtiel. Hope to see you again in the next interview, no? Napakaganda. Gustong-gusto ko yung mga sagot mo, na-appreciate ko talaga yung yung galing mo. Na-hit mo talaga yung I don't know if people with us here agree, but kung ayun yung mag-agree, wala akong magawa doon. But ako, I really believe at napakaganda po ng sagot niya. Alam ko na-inspire na kayo sa mga sagot niya. No? At ito, Ms. Shealtiel, please greet or yung mga gusto mong i-shoutout. It's your time. No? Ikaw na mag-shoutout sa kanila. Take the mic.
So, first, I would like to say thank you for my team, for my look tonight, to Hope, to Eugene, and also to Michael, and for those people who has been there to support, supported me all throughout my journey in life, or even in Aliwan Fiesta Digital Queen 2021. And I hope you keep on supporting me, and I hope that you had fun watching and you have learned a lot while tuning in. And I really hope that I was able to inspire you. Thank you, po. And God bless you all, and I hope you will have a good evening or a great evening.
Yan.
Thank you so much for watching. And I'd also like to share thank you for Coach RM, of course. Thank you so much, Boozer or Coach, for giving me this kind of opportunity where I could able to inspire people through this kind of conversation, get to share my truth, my story to people, and I'm so grateful for having this kind of conversation with you. And kaya nga po, sana po marami pa tayong magiging project, or for example, we could sometimes work together to an environmental advocacy or causes, ganon, and to have a more conversation like this. So, yes po, that's it. I really
Yes,
talk.
yes. So how's the live conversation? No? Na-challenge ka ba sa mga questions?
Yes, actually, I'm so happy with the questions. Kasi nga, it feels like, yes, medyo challenging yung iba. But then kasi, parang siyang napapractice na rin talaga yung communication skills ko. Because before, I'm really not really good at speaking. But because of the conversation like this, to all the interviews that I had with Aliwan Fiesta and with you and Coach RM, I get to, get more experience and to learn and to really improve myself when it comes to my speaking skills. So pardon me if sometimes I pronounce words wrong or I have some struggle with my words or with my sentence. So I really just hope you understand something and gain something from me and with our conversation.
Yes. You know what? Pero ito sasabihin ko sa'yo. Maraming tao magaling magsalita. Maraming tao magaling sumagot ng mga katanungan. Pero, maobserbahan nyo sa tao na hindi galing sa puso yung sagot. No? Ikaw, you really speak from the heart, and congratulations to that. Thank you for being true. Thank you for answering the
question. Just nice compliment. That's a great compliment po talaga. Thank you so much po.
All right. So, Shal, i-end natin yung live, no? Bago yan, thank you so much, PCTv and ACTv, and of course, 10K cards, digital business card for this. And I think digital 10K cards will sponsor one of the cards, no? Digital business card to you. Nagagawan kita para you can all your platforms you can put it in one place. Like, 'di ba may yeah, in one place. So para isang link na lang sila, makikita na nila yung lahat mo na advokasya. I'm so happy with that, no? Na magiging part ng ano mo ng advokasya mo. All right? So in 5, 4, the live will end. Wag ka muna umalis ha. I-end lang natin yung live, no? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye!